It's time to put on your newspaper hat here.
Okay, let's do it.
Your newspaper headline writer. Time for Give Me the Headlines presented by Hyundai. We got 2 games here, Chris.
Yep.
Our first one is Bengals-Eagles 23-23. We had a tie, our first tie of the year, right?
You play to win the game.
And if you can't,
you play to win the game. But that's my headline because I'm not sure if anybody was playing to win that game yesterday. I mean, really, that was a torturous game to be watching out of the corner of my eye, certainly. All right, the first thing that I'm going to say, I'm going to go on to Carson Wentz. I know he's the lightning rod topic. I know that Carson Wentz, yes, makes mistakes. As we just talked about a little bit with the Jets and other teams, there's more issues on that football team than Carson Wentz. But if I'm going to blame Carson Wentz, the one area I'm going to hit him on is he's got to learn to manage a football game and realize the totality of the game and what is going on. And realize, like, hey, things aren't easy for us today, but this team, they're not great on offense either. I'm going to be really conservative until I get a real good feel for the game or whatever that may be. And that just never goes on with him. It's like what I used to talk about with Deshaun Watson. It's always the last play of the game. It's every play is last play of the game. Fanatic, is he going to break a tackle? Is he going to fit that throw in there? Is he going to be able to make this throw on the run awkwardly like that? It's just too much. And, of course, they do nothing to help him. And, of course, the talent around him is very average. And then you have another guy, this is where it's crazy, Joe Burrow, who understands totally how to manage a game and knows exactly the type of game he is in and when to push the envelope and when not to. And, of course, he's got issues, too, because they can't pass protect for a damn. They're not that good at running. He's getting hit way too much. But nonetheless, as you see yesterday, he's tough. He knows where to go with the football. He's clutch. And it's just amazing that there's a tie football game there.
Joe Burrow, there were a couple numbers on Joe Burrow here that I thought were interesting from Next Gen. They see how many times a quarterback throws into a tight window.
Yeah.
A receiver who's covered by a yard.
It's got to be
or
up
less.
there, right? I mean, he's got to be up there with anybody
He
in
threw
football.
into a tight window 22% of the time this week.
Right.
Second most in the league to Daniel Jones, who had the most. The difference was Daniel Jones had a quarterback rating of 56. Joe Burrow had a quarterback rating of 105.
Yeah.
So he not only threw into the tight windows a lot, but he did it effectively.
Right.
And he had an expected completion percentage of 10 points higher, or 10 points lower than his actual completion percentage. So he outperformed
what he was supposed to
do there, too. So Joe Burrow's passed the sniff test early on this year, and Carson Wentz has not, unfortunately.
No.
It's around.
Yeah, that's the simple case of the Eagles, the quarterback Wentz, who's a really good, talented football player.
Maybe better as a runner in this game than a quarterback.
Yeah, he was, definitely.
A thrower.
I mean, definitely. But a really good, talented quarterback who has no talent around him, not a big-time, awesome scheme, and he's trying to do too much. And it's really not helping them out. It's hurting them. Now, he's tough as hell, as you could see. I mean, in the run, the touchdown run, and playing. I mean, there's a lot of things to love about Carson Wentz, but he needs to figure out how to rein it in a little bit and get a better feel for the game. And then the Eagles' offense. Listen, all you need to know is they ran 86 plays for 381 yards. I mean, that's embarrassing. 86 plays for 381 yards? Holy crap. I mean, talk about like 2 yards in a cloud of dust or whatever. I know that's 4 yards in a cloud of dust, but in 2020, 4 yards is the new 2 yards, all right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just not acceptable.
All right, not acceptable for the Eagles, although they do get half a win. They get a tie with the Bengals. Panthers defeat the Chargers. Sans Christian McCaffrey. They figure out a way to do it. 21-16. Give me the headline.
Well, I was going to say, who needs Christian McCaffrey? That was going to be my headline. But I say that jokingly, of course, because I know how awesome Christian McCaffrey is.
Yeah.
But I say it more in the fact, too, that, one, the Panthers' offense, pretty impressive early on in this game. The Chargers, who shut down the Chiefs last week. And then here was Teddy Bridgewater in this offense kind of picking them apart, right? And what did we talk about? The short passing game, right? That's what you have to have. Last week when we talked about, well, the Chiefs can't do anything. They need to grow their short passing game. Well, Carolina, Joe Brady, the offensive coordinator, Teddy Bridgewater, that New Orleans background there. Well, we know they know how to throw the short and expose those type of zones and things like that. But the big thing is, I think what I say, like, who needs McCaffrey? I say that jokingly just because there's more talent on this offense than I think anybody realizes. You know, we've DJ Moore at receiver, Robbie Anderson. Hey, Davis is a great little compliment back who not only caught the ball, ran the ball good. You know, Curtis Samuel, who we've talked about a little bit. So it was a little bit more offense by committee, but still totally capable of getting it done. Bridgewater played pretty clean. And, you know, Justin Herbert on the other side played good once again, but made a few rookie mistakes too.
Yeah, threw the ball 19 times to Keenan Allen, did Justin Herbert. 13 catches, 132 yards. So they're out to try to prove wrong about you.
How close was that last play? Did you see the last play?
I didn't see it.
They ran the old hook and ladder on the last play of the game.
Oh, yeah, that's right, yes.
I mean, he's going to score.
Which, it reminded me, thank you for bringing that up. Remember I called this a while ago, and this doesn't help it, the whole lateral offense.
Oh, that's right.
Because I was covering a lot of rugby sevens, and that's the whole thing is laterals.
Right.
But, it pissed me off.
If it worked, you'd really be on a
I would have been like, okay, now teams are going to see. But I'm telling you, like, if you practice that more, there's an opportunity here that some smart team is going to utilize, and not just in an end-of-game Hail Mary situation. I'm telling you,
no.
It's coming at some point.
I wouldn't be surprised. That was almost perfectly executed. And I think, who was that? Keenan Allen, who made the toss to...
Was that? Yeah.
Oh, if he could just got it out of his hand a little cleaner, I mean, he's going to walk in.
What could have been. That was to give me the headlines presented by Hyundai. Congratulations, Chris. Well done.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.